Hello, this is an assessment of a Bluthner Style 8, that's 6 foot 3 inches long, and we're assessing it with a view to what restoration work it needs. And let's look at it cosmetically first. These are the key tops. They're quite yellow, but they're actually very good ivories, and they're one-piece ivories, which implies that they've been changed relatively recently. I look at the case of the piano. It's clearly not been that cared for. It's got some watermarks on it, so they can be taken out to an extent by just polishing them out, and the piano case will be improved. But it's a good case for fully repolishing it. Now, this is a worn-up Bluthner that we're fully repolishing. This is the part of it. It's semi-finished off, worn up. This is a Steinway grand that we finished off for a client, and that's had about 30 coats of French polish, finished off by antique waxing. So it's possible to repolish this piano, and it doesn't have quite such a spectacular wood as the Steinway, but it's a very, very nice rosewood anyway. As I say, it could be redone in black. It's quite common to do that. So nowadays it's very common to repolish a piano in this modern black polyester. Reason being actually because there's a lot of demand for it, and they do look nice in a professional setting. Now, this piano dates 1935, and looking at the inside, it's clearly been restrung and restored. But see what kind of restoration's been done. Looking at the bass strings, there's some been replaced. No, so they've all been replaced, so I beg your pardon. And looks like a reasonably good job. You can tell by the end of the strings if they're pretty much in line. You've got a good string maker, and the felt's correct. The whole job looks reasonably good. Dirty on the inside, but soundboard looks pretty perfect to me. Look at the undersound of the soundboard, and also pretty perfect. There's a bit of a crack there, I think. Look closer up, it's actually not really a crack, it just gave that appearance. So I think the soundboard we can say is A1. Another possible crack around here, but again, I don't think it is. So when you're assessing a soundboard, really the cracks are, to be honest with you, all restringers will tell you that cracks are pretty much cosmetic. They do tell you the piano's dried out, but don't normally affect the tone. But if you do restring, you feel any cracks there are. Now look at the tuning pins. They're pretty much the smallest, not quite the smallest tuning pins. So it could mean that the rest plank's been changed, or it's been restrung. Certainly the whole piano. There's a new string here that's been put on recently, and that was way out of tune when it first arrived. I just tuned it in so that it can play nicely, just to get a better idea of how it sounds. Okay, well the good news is that this rest plank's been replaced. That's the tuning block where the tuning pins go into. The tuning pins go into this tuning block, and it's been replaced with a really good quality one as well, which is good news. Here's an original Bluthner tuning block on another piano, so you can see the difference. The original Bluthner tuning block's always finished off in black. So this tuning block, you can see the laminates in the middle which hold the tuning pins tight. It's a really well made tuning plank. So that's excellent. That's the underside of it. The other name for a tuning block is a rest plank. So if you hear the term rest plank, that means a tuning block that tuning pins go into. So it's an assessment of a Bluthner Style 8 1935 roller action piano, and we've seen that mainly the hammers need replacing. There's plenty of other things to do too, but that's the main thing that's going to make a difference to the tone. At the moment it's very indistinct around here. Not clear because too much of the hammer's hitting the string, and also they're soft, they need toning generally. But the piano is a great piano. It's been restrung, and generally the tone is good. It would have improved slightly with new restringing, but not that essential to do. Had a new rest plank which is excellent. Bluthners have beautiful overall. They're such high quality pianos, so the quality control is so good. Thank you very much for listening.